Already got you. Okay, so welcome, welcome. We've got about a week left of school. I have not a lot, but a fair amount of students that are still failing. So my goal in the next week is to give you opportunities to get yourself passing. I will do anything I can to help you out. So let's go through our presentations today. When we get to projects, if you are having trouble or you need help or you need points, trust me, when you work with me, I can get you points. But what I'm going to do, the easiest way to get points is your vocab quizzes. The words are in the top of the assignment in parentheses. The definitions are in the slideshow. You can copy them out. You just need to put a picture in there. It's all good. I will do today's vocab quiz on screen when we're done with the presentation. And then I'm going to go through how to do, your 2 construction walls. That is probably the easiest project assignment for 20 points. If you can make some walls, that's going to be great. That's another 20. All right, let's get everyone passing. There's no reason to be failing this class. I am here to help you, okay? We also have our giant, fabulous innovation period. So we can work in that too. So today is Friday, June 4th. My God, we're in June. We have a warm-up in Canvas. It's pretty easy. We are going to finish up our engineering models and prototypes demonstration presentation, and we will work on our construction projects. Ideally, you are working on parts 2 and 3 right now. What was due? Construction project part 1 was 20 points. You just needed to fill that in as we were watching the slideshow. Engineering models and prototypes vocab. So that was supposed to be due today because I gave you the definition for prototype. Construction part 2, research and development, picking your construction style was also due today, 20 points. That is the easy one, okay? Build your walls. This is also not rocket science. I made 2 walls and the 2 students that were in class made walls, okay? I got them their points. So this is not terrible, all right? What we're going to be doing today is we are going to observe why engineering models and prototypes are critical to the engineering design process, and hopefully everyone will pick their 2 construction styles or techniques and then learn how to create a small engineering model. Just doing those 2 styles is 20 points. If you are at a 50 and you need to be passing, getting like 40 assessment points should ensure that you not only have a D, you might have a C. I don't know. It all depends on how Canvas and Synergy are feeling. All right. That's my pep talk. I am dying to help people. All right. I don't want anyone left behind. We can do this. We have time. We have this class. We have next class on Tuesday, and there's a Wednesday check-in. Okay. We've got some time. All righty. We are going to fabulous. Oh, look, there's a wall. All right, hang on. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm going to be showing everyone your grades, but I'm not going to do it. Hang on. There. That's what. Okay, so we are just doing our FOT warm-up, 6-4. Let's take a look in here. My favorite part where I get to build it and I have to hit the preview button before you see all the answers. This is my challenge of the day. Oh, there you go. Nope. This way it doesn't show the answers. Okay, I can actually help out with this first question. Okay, this slide is what I'm talking about. Oh, look, there's Kelly. Okay, so this slide is what I'm talking about. The Honda NSX is nearing completion as a production car. Okay, in the warm-up, the model of the Honda NSX nearing production would be termed bitchin', an engineering scale model, a prototype, or a finished product. What do you think? What do you think this is? Is that a scale model? Is it a prototype? Is it a finished product? Or is it just bitchin'? Ah, we have Brian. Oh, don't worry, Mary, I just need to go through and groom them. Ideally, I always go through and make sure that all the practice points, everybody who participated gets them. Sometimes it gets confusing. But Brian Tejada Cornea wins the day. It is a prototype. That is not a scale model. A scale model is typically a smaller version of something large. So a scale model could be like a model of the car that's about that big, you know, or like a Hot Wheels. That would be a scale model. Okay. It is bitchin', but you know, other people might think about it differently. Question 2. What step might a designer skip if they are creating something simple like a pencil holder? Is it the engineering scale model? Is it the prototype, quality control, or research? Which step might a designer skip if they are creating something simple and let's say small? I'll add that there. Anybody have an idea? Is it a scale model? Is it a prototype? Is it quality control, or is it research? Which step might the designer skip if they were creating something simple and small like a pencil holder? Kelly Amenti wins the day. It's not quality control because you always want your product to be the highest quality. You're never going to skip quality control unless you have no money. Kelly Amenti has it right. It is the scale model. That's why I was saying something small like a pencil holder. Typically, scale models are used at the start of the process to visualize what it is you are building. A lot of times, scale models are used for something very large, like that home community we saw. It's got a lake, it's got townhouses, parking, all that stuff. It's very difficult to describe all that and have the user see it in their mind. It's much easier to build it, and then you can talk about the different features where people can look at it. All right, last one. Wow, oh, I never fixed this either. Why do we make models and prototypes? Is it because they're cool looking? Because it is far easier to understand an idea when we see it in three-dimensional form? Is it that models are a great way to run up your invoice? Or is it so kids have something to do with glue? Oh, we've got a B. Kelly is ruling the day. Anybody else? Brian is going C. Models are a great way to run up your invoice. Now, Brian, that may be true, but that's not why we make the models. So yes, the answer is the strangely formatted one because I copied it off my slide. Oops. It is far easier to understand an idea when we see it in three-dimensional form. We'll see that in the presentation. All right, great work. Again, like I think Marilyn was saying, Just make an attempt to do these and I will give you all the points. All right. So we're going to go from here. We'll finish up our presentation. Building of these models enables designers and customers to see materialized shape and style of the future product for the first time. The review of models with the customer concludes one of the most important phases during the product development. This, I am guessing they are talking about establishing the scope of your project. Scope is an interesting word. Scope, when referring to a project, is what everything you are going to build is. That is the scope of your project, right? This is going to be a skyscraper and it's going to have grounds and God knows what. There is something called scope creep, okay? This is your project. That is your scope. If you started adding hot tubs or extra porches on those upper floors, those are not part of the initial design. Those are what are called scope creep. They are new ideas that people start adding to a project, and they can become very problematic. You need to try and control scope creep. You need to know what you're doing and try and stick to that. So this is just a conceptual image of a building blueprint. You can see the blueprint below, but here it is visualized with an incredible crane. Since prototypes are used to verify design for research and development, the simulation of the actual manufacturing process, they are the best single source of information for designers and engineers. That's saying prototypes are the best single source of information for designers and engineers. Usually that is because they are built to scale and they are fully functional. They can see how it's going to work through the prototype. Here is a Honda prototype. I was asking earlier, my question is, when are electric motorcycles coming out? Electric motorcycles are going to be dangerous. Electric motors are incredibly torquey. What that means is they can apply horsepower to the pavement almost directly on demand, where with an internal combustion engine, you need to build up speed, you need to start slowly, and then it's going to get going fast. An electric engine can apply instant torque. So from 0 to 100% instantly, okay? What that's going to do is make that motorcycle launch out from under you. This is the same thing that happened when they were testing. Oh, maybe I can find that. Let's see if we can find a bad test of a turbo bike. When they first started putting turbos on motorcycles, they could not control how the power of the turbo kicked in, and it was way too strong at the start. So literally, people would be going on at 60, the turbo would kick in and the bike would shoot out from under them. It's not pretty hitting the pavement at 60, but that's why they've got those full leathers and everything. These guys are test pilots. Prototype use for presentation purposes and for communication with less technical people makes them the pivot point of product development. In order to accelerate the product development cycle and provide marketing people with an unsurpassed tool, building of the prototype as early as possible. You build your prototype as early and as accurately as possible. That is because you are going to be studying it. Okay? So here's a bizarre little futuristic car. I actually did a video about cars similar to this. It's called City Car. This car will actually fold up. It will fold up and take about 1/3 of one parking space. So you could fit 3 of them in a regular parking space. The problem is when you go shopping, the trunk is not very big. Not a lot of room to carry stuff other than just you. Prototypes provide a means for testing and evaluating the design by making observations and necessary adjustments to the product or system. Jetsu. Okay, so prototypes provide a means for testing and evaluating the design by making observations and necessary adjustments to the product or system. Computer-generated prototypes allow design solutions to be tested in virtual settings. The beauty of computer-generated prototypes, like using virtual reality or whatever, is it is very inexpensive. You're not hurting anything when your prototype runs into a virtual wall. You are hurting it when you run into a real wall. So a lot of car manufacturers do a lot of virtual testing. Okay, things like, how does your car interact in a Safeway parking lot? That's a place a lot of accidents occur. They're very concerned about that. How do you keep your car from getting dinged, door dinged in the Safeway parking lot? I've seen them testing it virtually. Okay, apartment house, 3D model. This is just saying it is much easier to understand a concept when you can see it. If I had to describe this to you, well, it's sort of like two houses attached to each other, sort of 2/3 of the way along, and it's got a green peaked roof, like 45-degree angle. There's a gable out front with a balcony, and there's sort of a second roof off the back. It's hard for you to see that in your mind, right? I can't describe it as accurately as I would like to so that you saw this picture in your mind. It's much easier to create a model or a picture, a representation. As Homo sapiens, we understand what we see a lot better than what we hear. Prototyping helps to determine the effectiveness of a design by allowing a design to be tested before it is built. When they say before it is built, not before the prototype is built, before the final product is built. Prototypes are vital to testing and refinement of a product or system with complicated operations like an automobile, household appliances, computer programs. Prototyping helps to determine the effectiveness of a design by allowing a design to be tested before it is built. I am not going to go into the crazy water park slide. Needless to say, they didn't do proper testing and somebody died. Making prototype models usually requires the efforts of highly skilled technicians, and as a result, their costs can be high. This is particularly so when the modeling involves hardware as well as software, like building a prototype car like that Honda. Everything is basically built by hand. None of these parts have ever been manufactured before. So they manufacture one to make the prototype. Then they test it, and if it all works out, then they tool up to make the car. In summary, a prototype is a full-scale working model used to test a design concept by making actual observations and necessary adjustments. That is the definition I like for prototype. Models are one more step in communicating an idea. During the development process, models and prototypes may be required to evaluate design, engineering, and manufacturing concepts, okay? Typically, models are made with clay, wood, plastic, or rapid prototyping to represent a concept. I've seen full-size cars made out of clay. I used to work out in LA. Prototypes are the best single source of information for designers and engineers. That is because they are the closest thing to the product. Prototypes provide a means for testing and evaluating, blah, blah, blah. I swear we already saw this. Yeah, and we're done. I don't know why. This has got to be the exact same slide as this one, right? Whatever. We are on to construction. Okay. So we have about a half hour left. Let's look in our module. Whoop, we can get out of here. Come on. All right. So we've got our quiz that you can do if you haven't done it yet. If you are failing, the easiest way to get up to speed is through our quizzes. Right now, we have 7 quizzes in our modules. There's another 9 in the quarter before. I don't know if you have access to them. The other easy thing is this part 2, construction researcher walls. It's 20 points. So the first one, these are all 20 points, assessment. This was just to fill this in along with the slideshow. I think a lot of people did that. I got some good ones. Definitely do this today. If you are not, I will demonstrate how to do this. Okay? All you have to do is pick 2 of these construction techniques: straw bale, SIP, ICF, Adobe, corn cob, earth ship, or wood frame. Then you're just saying what kind of materials, where does this happen? Do you need any special skills or training? Basic steps of construction, the advantage or disadvantage of building in this method. Then give me a link to the first like, so I had like Adobe and wood frame. So I have an Adobe video about making bricks here, and I have a wood frame video about making a house here. Any other citations can go here. That is 20 points. All right. So if anyone wants to go in a breakout room with me and I can get your points up, that is fine. In the meantime, I am just going to make our quiz for today. I'll be doing it on camera, so you can just follow along with me. Every single quiz is exactly the same, okay? When we go into our quizzes, there are 2 words or multiple words. They are in parentheses. Week 7 term quiz. The terms are engineering models and prototypes. Those are our 2 words, okay? So let me go through this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open my PowerPoint so I have it. I might need to make a copy of it so that I can actually copy off the slides. If you can't copy off the slides, you just go in and make a copy of the entire presentation. All right. So what's my first question? Not that. Not that. Here we are. What is the first vocabulary term for the lesson? Okay, our first term is going to be engineering models. Oh, that's what I can do. Never mind, silly me. So I can take that from right here. Our first term is engineering models. Okay, what is the first vocabulary term of the lesson? Engineering models. Question 2, your term can be defined as. Let me find it in my presentation. Prototypes, no. Prototype is under there. There it is. So I just click on it to get it active, copy it, drop it right in. Command V. Your term can be defined as, an engineering model can be defined as a full size or small scale simulation of an object. They are usually large objects. Click a picture, okay? This should be Google, not Flickr. Sadly, our Flickr account doesn't work anymore. Oops. I'm not gonna edit it. So I'm gonna go to Google and I'm gonna say, what is it I want? I want engineering model. So I'm gonna say, scale model Taj Mahal. Oh, Taj. There we go. All right, that looks like a scale model to me. So I just right click on it, I copy the image, I come back to my document, and I just hit Command V, I just paste it in. If it's too big, I click on the image, grab the corner, and I can shrink it down a little. Look, there's a scale model of the Taj Mahal. I feel pretty good about scale models, so I'm gonna say 4. What's my second term? Well, let's look. Prototypes. Oh, there it is. Okay, my term can be defined as, here we go. I like this one. Prototype can be defined as a full-scale working model used to test a design concept by making actual observations and necessary adjustments. Let's Google. Ooh, I found a really cool prototype snowmobile. Let's find, what is a prototype hovercraft? Ooh, I like that one. Oh, look, these are like fembots. Let's do them. Sorry to be sexist. All I know is I could see them in an Austin Powers movie. All right, so again, I just copy and then I paste, but it didn't copy. So I go back, copy image. Come on, baby, choose a charm. There they are. See, look, they even fit. And I feel good about this too, so I'm gonna give myself a 4, and I am done. That's 10 assessment points right there. Like I say, if you look back in the module, well, that's not what I wanted. So here's week 7, here's week 6, here's week 5, here is week 4, here is week 3. You can do all of these. They are all available. Nothing is closed, okay? The other thing that is very easy to do, Okay, so I'm going to be doing a breakout room with someone in a moment. Let me just quickly go over. Okay, the easiest thing to do is construction researcher walls. Okay, this is 20 points. This is part 2. There we go. Here's the worksheet. All I'm doing is I'm just naming my construction style and telling what kinds of materials, where it's done, do I need special skills, yes or no, basic steps in construction, advantages or disadvantages. Then just find a link, like mine were Adobe and wood frame. Find a link about making Adobe bricks or a home and how to build a wood frame house. You're done. Okay? So ideally,
You said what about Adobe?
which what?
You said something about Adobe.
Yes.
What did you say?
It's just a construction technique. Right here, you need to pick 2 of these construction. Let's take a step back. Ideally, what we are trying to make for part 3 is a little model with 2 different types of walls, right? There's a base, and then you're putting 2 walls on. So this is an Adobe wall. See, it's mud and straw. And this is a wood frame wall. See, they made 2x4s out of their popsicle sticks or coffee stirrers. Okay? So that's what we're trying to do. You just need to pick what kind of construction you want to do for your 2 walls. So our choices are straw bale, making it out of straw bales. That's going to be a little tricky. SIP and ICF, I can't remember what their definitions is. I know one of them is, let me show you my wall. It's the idea that they are insulated walls. They have outer wood structure, but they have styrofoam or some type of insulation in the interior of the wall. See, this one's just a wood frame. I just used my fabulous composition book and I glued my popsicle sticks to the inside to make the frame. And then I used toothpicks and a little tape to put it all on here so I can take a picture. There we are. Let me show you one of the students. So this is Esteban. Esteban used same idea. So he has a sort of like a sheetrock front wall that has shielding on it like Tyvek. And then he used insulated walls for his other walls. He didn't need to make 4, but he wanted to make a whole structure. There we go. That's 20 points. Okay? It should not be terrible. All right.
So maybe we could just pick one of the 2. So we could pick one of the 2 models you just showed, like either one that's insulated or one that's not insulated.
I'll show you the 3 real models that I have. If you want, you can use any of that stuff and make 2 little models. We were having fun last time. So here's one. This is wood frame. This is, that hollow core construction with insulation. This one is Adobe and a wood frame. Wood frame is a very common one. And then this one is sort of weird. It's got like mortar and cork and then wood frame.
Where would I even find the materials for that?
Well, for one, you should still have your fabulous bag of stuff. But let me show you what some other people have come up with. Okay? I've gotten some entrants already. So the idea is just anything in your house. All you need is a little cardboard, really. A little cardboard, and if you've got some sticks left over.
I don't think I got any sticks.
All right. Improvise. Hang on. Let me show you a couple of these things that I've received so far. I gotta stop sharing. Come on, don't fight me.
Mister.
Yep. What can I do for you?
So could you help me like share the picture of my construction wall?
Sure. Hang on. Let me turn on the sharing. Okay, you're live.
Huh?
You can share now.
No, but like, do I have to put like some? Do I have to get my charger from my phone and connect it to my computer?
Oh, to get a picture onto your computer?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You can email it to your computer.
I can email. Can I just like email it to your email?
That's absolutely no problem.
Okay, so I can email it and then you could grade it like that.
Absolutely, not a problem.
I'm gonna send it to you right now then.
Perfect. All right. Hang on. I'm just going to show a couple of the examples that we've gotten so far.
I'm doing a quiz right now.
Cool.
Week 7. So for each question, it's just like I just look on like for question 2. If it's question 2, then I just look on slide 2 for the answer, right?
Right. So you can either look at the slide and write the answer yourself, or I don't mind if you copy and paste. You're having to look at the answer, you're having to find it, you're reading it. You're going to get familiar with it. Why not? Oh, look. Oh. We love the frame. Oops. Cool.
Yeah, I think I found the answer to question 2 on slide 3, not on slide 2.
Good. All right, so here.
Mister, I sent them to you. So I did a wood frame and Adobe.
Cool.
What's it called? You see the blue? It's like clay, but like it's meant to be Adobe, you know?
Okay. No worries. Here, let me show you what a couple people have come up with. Let me. So here's one. You know, ideally, you should have a piece of cardboard behind your frame, but I'm okay with that. You work with what you got. So this is sort of, you know, like an insulated wall that he's got some paper on it. He's got cardboard. You know, that works. Let's try this one. Look, So this is just popsicle sticks, and they used a grid to try and support that wall. And this looks like an insulated wall with some toilet paper in between. Very cool. Again, just do your best to create something. Like if I get a little effort, I'm very good at giving points. This is kind of cool, but again, it's just the frame. If we had, a piece of cardboard behind that and the window is cut out, it would look better. But this is perfect for a frame. So, I get it. I don't think it would be hard for them to put a piece of cardboard on that. I love the 3 different angles. So we're not quite sure what construction technique we're using over here with the sort of 4 pieces of cardboard, but I'm buying it.
Yeah,
Oh, structural. So that's SIP, structural insulating panel. So that's the idea of the panel that's insulated. Layla, you're looking at those supplies. Come on. I've got an igloo. You want to make an igloo? I think we could do it. I'm convinced. There's loads of glue. There's hot glue guns. There's all kinds of scary stuff. You can steal things too. Okay. All right. So here's one. So this is, wood looks like wood construction on both. They've got the 2x4s, but they made it work. I'm fine with that. Yeah, this has got a cool, a wood panel wall and then just cardboard. So that's not great. Ideally, I'd like some little, framing on that to make it wood frame. But I got a photo. It's got 2 walls. I can give 20 points for that. All right.
Can you check us about it?
Jetsu, do you want to go into a breakout room?
Sure.
Okay, let me.
Did you get the images?
Fabulous headphones. All right. Hang on 1 second. I'll be right there. All righty, let me get in here. Interesting. Oh, there she is.
Mister, did you get the images?
I'm muttering away with mute. Let me
Mr. Swift.
Yep.
Can we still turn in the part 1 energy efficient kitchen?
Absolutely. You can turn in anything.
Part 1.
I am not charging for late. I am taking anything you're giving.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Am I what? No. Sure. Hang on one second. Let me just. Okay. Hang on. I've got one other. Let me. All right. Hang on. Oops. I'll just take a piece of the cardboard for this, and I have to move it around. You're overthinking. See what you can do, and I will give you 4 points. Here's the fun. I guess this is what I want to do. Get in there. I think I've already agreed to that. Go ahead. All right. All right. Now, finish one more.
Ms. Swift, you're muted.
There I am. Thank you.
We can't hear the video.
Mr. Swift, we can't hear it.
Are we not?
But to move those tours online. The transition to online tours has left students with only a very small idea of what the school is actually like. And so if it's possible, I think it'd be best to wait and visit a school that's taken proper measures.
Are you actually, can you hear
One of these
us?
schools
Yes,
just
we
happens
do.
to be the
Can you
one
send
my
me to the
older brother
attendance office,
attends,
please?
Tulane University.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
And since he goes there, he
We
was
forgot
able
to
to give
send
me
you at 1:30.
an unofficial tour of the school. Tulane
A
University
little
is in
disturbing
New
they can
Orleans,
listen to it.
and that's pretty far away. So
I've heard of
we have to
PA
take
systems. I've never heard
a
of
car
PA
ride of
systems
over
that
20
actually have
hours to get there.
mics.
The drive was pretty tough, and we had to take classes while driving, but it all managed to turn out good in the end. During my visit, I was
Thank
able
you.
to experience a lot of things. I was able to see all the different buildings of the school, see the dorms. I was able to
Ooh,
experience
Tulane.
some of the college life. I was able to hang out with my brother's friends and have fun with them. While I was in the area, I also got to see more than just the school. I managed to take a trip and see the World War II Museum, enjoy some local restaurants, and learn some about the culture of the area. So I highly recommend, if it's at all possible, to take an in-person college tour of future prospective schools. You should really have a good idea and feel confident about the school you're going to in the future, and you also might have fun while you're there.
Thanks for the update, Leo.
In Montgomery County, students have renewed their efforts to install at least 2 bottle filling stations in each school building. Student activists argue that it would increase efficiency and create a safer environment and save the school board money in the long run.
Last Friday in St. Johns River, Jacksonville, 7-year-old Chase saved his 4-year-old sister and father from being swept away from the river currents. His sister lost her grip on their boat due to the strong currents, and Chase heroically let go as well in an attempt to stop her from being pulled away. He too was stuck, and after his father jumped in to help and stayed with his daughter, Chase swam against the currents for an hour to get help.
SSL forms for hours earned during the 2020 through 2021 school year are due today. SSLers will be updated in Student View by June 18th. The forms may be turned in to the email below or in the main office. For any further questions, please message Ms. Sanchez at the email below.
Well, that's all for today's show. Check out our website at bnconline.net, submit any announcements, and follow us on Instagram at bnc_Blair and on Twitter at bncblair. We'll be back on Tuesday with the latest edition of Info Flow from Home. If you haven't already, go get vaccinated and stay safe. Have a fantastic Friday, Blazers.
All right. So I would say that I highly recommend visiting the campus, particularly if it happens to be located in New Orleans. New Orleans is very fun. I've been to Tulane. My great-grandfather actually graduated from Tulane Medical School. Just so you know, the local bar is called The Boot, and they have an event called the Chicken Shit. I shouldn't go into it. It is local color. Let's have our mindfulness minute. Ooh, Blair trivia. Mindfulness minute. Let's read through this first and then we'll try it out. Feel the weight of your legs in the chair. Pressure of your feet as they contact the floor. All right. Take a few calming breaths. Gently deepen your inhale and lengthen your exhale. Try counting to 3 on the inhale and on the exhale. Just the timing. Just adjust the timing so it feels most calming for your body. Typically, you're trying to do this inhale on a count of 3, hold for a count of 3, exhale on a count of 3. That is a wonderful way to calm yourself if you're freaked out right before an interview or something. So, all right, get yourself centered in your chair. Feel the weight of your legs in the chair, the pressure of your feet. Put your feet flat on the floor as they contact the floor. I can feel my arches. Take a few calming breaths. So let's go in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, try counting to 3 on the inhale. Hold it for 3 and then exhale. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3, and exhale. 3, 2, 3. Again. Okay. Rotate your neck a little, make sure everything is relaxed. All right, now we have Blair trivia. No, that didn't work. We need to make it an active link. Let me see here. Crazy Cahoots, everybody needs to play, right? Here, let me put this in the chat. Why, yes, there is innovation today. Sadly, there's innovation every day. This is the link to the Kahoot. I'm surprised there's not like a join code or something. I guess I'll go classic. There we go. Our game pin is 9934370. I'm getting you. There it is. That's the game pin. Anybody want to play Blair trivia? Nobody seems to be jumping in. We can go back to Fabulous Jeopardy. Look, we've got one. Anybody else? Look, we got two. Nothing better to do during innovation. All right, guys, so join in if you'd like. We're going to start this. We're going to have Ned versus Natanya, the battle of the sexes. I'm just interested to see what Blair trivia is. Ooh. Was Blair founded in 2002, 1925, or 1830? Or 1934? 1934 seems like a nice date. Ooh, 1925. They fooled us all. Oh, look, we got an extra entrant. Montgomery Blair's building used to be at the Social Security. What's SSI? Oh, true. How many counselors are there at Blair? A lot. I'm going 22. $19. They fooled me. All right, Natanya is winning. Who is our principal? I know this. She sends me strange emails that aren't from her. We don't know why people are hacking our principal's emails. I get weird emails from my principals at Churchill and Blair. And they're not even like smart or anything. It's just like, hey, want to hang out? And you're like, I know Ms. Johnson. Ms. Johnson is not writing me asking, do I want to hang out? Natanya's on a streak. Blair has a pool on the 4th floor. I think I know the answer to this one. Sadly, it is false. Oh, yes. How many floors does Blair have? I know that. All right, I think our question maker is getting tired. Our questions seem to be true or false. The Blair staff is there to help you. I am telling you, they are really getting tired. Our Jeopardy questions were better. Natanya is still ruling the roost. Remember, you get points for speed in Kahoot. Blair is the most fun school in the world. As a former worker of National Geographic, I am sure that answer is wrong, but we seem to be very self-centered in our Kahoot quiz. How many students are currently enrolled at Blair? I think it's 3,083, not 3,803. Don't think we're almost 4. I think we're 3,000. Aha! All right. How many teachers are at Montgomery Blair? I'd have to go 185. 199 just looks too close to 200. So this is a question of where you can sort of puzzle things out. Like 200's the highest, but 199 just seemed too pat an answer. So the 185 seemed probably right. Nail's in the lead. Uh-oh, Natanya stumbled. 2 questions left. Blair is the largest high school in Montgomery County. Remember, speed counts. Who didn't know that Blair is the largest school in Montgomery County? Oh,
That was me.
in Maryland. Wow. I didn't know we were the largest in Maryland. Natanya's back on top. Last question. Blair SGA is wonderful and fun. We got it all. All right. This is the big one. Who's going to win it? Stevens, third. No, she did it. Natanya rules. Great job, team. You all seem to know a lot about your school. All right. So we have another 40 minutes. We could go back to do Jeopardy trivia. Maybe we'll try that in a little bit. Does anyone else need help? Anyone else want to go in a breakout room? Anyone else need grades improved? We've got some time here and I'm bored. Not that I shouldn't be doing my reading for my graduate course. I get to read up on such exciting things as the Common Core. Actually, why don't I grade some things? That's what I'll do. So anybody that needs help. Why is the chat not coming up? There. Okay, if you need help, you want to go in a breakout room, whatever, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to try and grade everything that everyone's been doing today so we can all feel happy and excited. Really good job, team. We got a lot of good work done today. Oh. Wow. Looking beautiful. Now you need a polar bear reaching inside, going crunchy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Trust me, they all are. Good work. Changing up just a little ethereal background music.
May it be an evening star shines down upon you. May it be a star.
What's that? Hey, Works for me. Just take a quick picture of it. I'll take a picture of mine. I already gave you points anyway. Beautiful. Ooh, I like the bracing. It's like I had one student, like all the blistering this way and like sideways. I'm like, that works, but I don't think I'm having you build my house. Looks great. I'll go with it. A little insulation, that's wood structure. I like the use of bread. So, that's the technique. But I definitely want to get you passing. Give me a couple vocabs. It's very easy. Hey. Ooh. Thank you for cleaning up. Ooh. Hello. You got Miss Melman's books? I would, here, let me pull this one out. I'm guessing it won't. I'm just guessing.
Well, what about pound the
Do you want to unload them? Or are you gonna leave the whole thing? I would just line them up all over on that. Okay. Or if you know, like here. She came and looked at it. Whatever works, but I would think. Yes, I hear you. Those are always an exciting question. She'll figure it out. Oh, that's all? We don't get the whole trip? Oh. Thank you, really appreciate it. Excuse me. Um, 5 minutes left. We're gonna make it. It's Friday. My computer is fighting me. I am syncing the grades that I've done. I think at least 4 people in this class out of danger. Let's put it that way. According to my calculations, let's see. That one needs help. This one should be in good shape. Yes. No. There's another one who should be in good shape. Yay! That's 2 people over the line. Okay, I've still got a bunch of people who are not even touching their work to try and get their grade up. It's very sad. Look, there's a 3rd one that I've rescued. Okay, I'm going to keep grading. We have 3 people that have gotten back into the land of the living. I still have about 6 people that are in the land of the dead. Please, we have a week. Just give me 4 vocab quizzes. Build 2 walls. Do something fun. Turn it in. Hey, you hear that? We made it. All right, and we got an igloo out of it. I am very excited. That's all right. It's glue. We got a picture of it. It's immortalized. It looks great. Just get down a little to get in there. I hear you. That's the beauty of the picture. As long as you got the picture, we're good. Set them over here on our masterpiece row. Trust me, mine's not much better. I liked our toothpick technique. Run away. That's fun. I can't believe the year's almost over. Beverly, can I help you? We're all done. All right, we're running away.